better watch out if your enemy's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows mean. He gets claws real big, pissed off quick, and if you cross him you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the score, never getting bored, loves the blood and gore, always wanting more freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness, torn apart quick, you left scars ripped, you'll be chewed up and discarded. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. I can feel my heart rate, adrenaline pressure. It's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key control, by fight or flight. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. When there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
Hello everyone, how are you? How are you? Oh, my headphones done messed up my ponytail, y'all. Hi everyone, did you hit that like button? I hope you did. My phone is on so I can hear myself talking very lowly. Y'all, I wasn't gonna go live. You know I haven't been going live at night because I've been doing the trial. Well, I was live 7 hours today with the trial. 7 hours. Not a lot of people like this trial. So it's very boring and not a lot of people want to watch it. But I dedicated myself to it and I'm going to finish it. And it should be finished next week. So at least Monday we have a break. So, hey, my cuz, lovely. Yo, the stuff that has been going on in this world is crazy. Like, not the high profile stuff. I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about little stuff that happens that we don't hear about ever, unless you watch the news or, read news break like I do. Anyway, they have some really crazy stories that I wanted to talk to y'all about. So I'm not going to be on long, maybe an hour, if that. But let's see. All right. I hope you can see it. So this says, oh, and by the way, the trial that I'm streaming, they are in Florida because they were living in Florida. However, before they moved to Florida, they lived here in Tucson. Parents accused of locking teen siblings in shed for hours. Mom claimed the kids liked it. Two West Virginia teens were locked inside a cramped backyard shed without running water or a working bathroom by their adoptive parents. What the hell, dude? They have Sincere and Classic. Then I think the child that I'm doing now, he's adopted. Now these, what in the world? Um, with their mother telling deputies the kids like it. A 16-year-old and a 14-year-old brother were freed by authorities Monday evening after they were locked inside a barn since around 6 a.m. the same day. Kanawha County Sheriff's Office said in a criminal complaint. Another small child who was crying was found locked away inside the home and was rescued by authorities, while adoptive parents Donald Ray Lance and Jeannie J. Whitefeather weren't home. The shocking discoveries came after deputies were called for a welfare check. The teen girl told deputies that she and her brother were only given food when they were first put into the 20 by 14-foot space and were typically left in the shed for long periods of time. The siblings were found wearing dirty clothes, with the teen boy not wearing shoes and with sores on his feet. Oh my gosh, yo. This is the little shed right here. It's on my thumbnail. There were no windows, beds, or water in the shed. Wow. It only alleged had an RV toilet on a floor covered in black tarp and a single table and chair with a camera in the top left corner of the room. The small child locked inside the home was spotted by deputies through a window and appeared to be only 5 or 6. The cop says, I observed the child crying and close to the railing of an approximately 15-foot drop from the loft. Due to the distressed condition of the child and risk of the child falling, forced entry was made to secure the child, and this is the monster that did it. Hey, never silent. And this, look, you guys, what the hell? Y'all don't even take care of yourself. Like, what the hell y'all do? Oh. The guy 63 and the lady 61 arrived hours later that night and were met by authorities. Whitefeather admitted to deputies that children were left abandoned in the shed, but insists they like it. Lance and Whitefeather of Simpsonville were arrested and charged with felony charges of gross child neglect, creating a substantial risk of injury. 3 children were taken by child services. Crazy. Yo. This is for the TikTok video that I'm about to play. That's insane. I'm sorry. I don't know why this won't. Let's see if it'll reload. I just want to show y'all this. Hopefully it'll reload. Maybe it won't. Oh, wait. Hold on. Here it is. Okay, here it is. All right, check this out. Can you see it? All right, let's see. I don't remember what it said. It's in Houston, but check this out. Dude. All right, let's see.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Time to go. Time to go. Let's go. You going? Get the fuck out there. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Get out. Get the fuck out.
Oh, no.
Get the fuck out.
Oh, no. Oh, she on drugs, I think.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Oh, a Bible.
Yeah.
I wonder what she did. It doesn't say. It never said. I just saw the beginning of it. It's not funny no more. That's fucked up. Hey, Stuart James, how are you? Man, that's a bit messed up, yo. I wonder what that lady did. I don't know. So this has happened in Tucson, and I try my best not to make my articles about where I live. However, sometimes it's hard. I do live in a big city, second biggest city in Arizona. So, I wanted to show y'all this because I thought it was kind of weird, but it's weird. But I've heard it before from someone else, and I'll tell you, I heard it from my ex-boyfriend at the beginning of this year or at the end of last year. He told me something about this. He's in Austin, Texas, Amarillo, Texas. We're not anywhere close to each other, right? So watch this. Man who attacked random stranger outside Tucson store claimed to have seen demons the night before. Now let me tell you, my ex called me and he would tell me that people would just like fall out and with demonic shit and either unalive themselves or go after someone else. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And this is not me. This is my ex, but I am not educated too much on skinwalkers. I know there's a skinwalker ranch, but he said that's what it was. Something like that. So when I saw this article, that was the first thing that came to my mind before I even looked at it or anything. But it's probably drugs, I'm sure. Dive into the chilling account of a slashing suspect who claimed to see demons the night before launching a terrifying attack on a random stranger outside a Tucson store. Explore the complex intersection of crime and mental illness in this gripping video. All right, let's watch it.
Tonight, we continue our investigation into an accomplished Tucson musician who's accused of trying to kill a random stranger earlier this year. We've learned he gave a warning the night before the crime. Chief investigative reporter Valerie Cavazos digs deeper into this disturbing case as we examine shortfalls and challenges in the mental health system.
Michael Monahan is a convicted felon, diagnosed with serious mental health disorders, schizophrenia, and bipolar. He's admired by peers in the
Thank you for bringing that up, Stuart. I did. I talked to her sister today. There isn't much information that can be given, but just know that it's being worked on. I think they may know, some stuff that we don't know. So, yeah, right now I think they're just laying low, waiting on law enforcement. They haven't really heard anything else. So just pray that the leads they're working on comes out to be her. But yeah, I talked to her sister, messaged me this morning, as a matter of fact, and I got it.
music industry and supported by friends and family. But the dark side of the disorders reared its ugly head one time too many. Caught on security camera outside a Home Depot, Michael Monahan suddenly bolts towards a random stranger leaving the store and strikes.
I just saw some guy cut another guy in the neck.
Monahan runs off. He's arrested about 2 blocks away after flagging down officers who say he made utterances that he tried to kill someone. He told police he was excited that he was able to go through with the stabbing and he would try to kill someone if he was released from jail. This isn't the first time that Monahan has been in handcuffs and in jail after bizarre and dangerous behaviors. 3 years earlier, at his apartment complex, tenants reported he had acted strange and paranoid about government spooks. One had called 911.
Looks like he's carrying a black object, a black shotgun, what it seems like. And then he asked me if you work for the government, like, am I there to spy on them?
This is a picture of the shotgun box
He gotta be on
police
drugs.
found in his apartment. Later that
Paranoid.
day, Monahan showed up at a Circle K on Speedway with a handgun.
We have a guy outside that's waving the gun. Is he pointing it at people, or what exactly is he doing with it? Yeah, he pointed it at a couple of the employees here.
Court records reveal while dancing and singing in the parking lot. He fled to New
Come look
York
at
with
this,
both
Nevaeh.
weapons, but got caught. Monahan spent several months
This
at
man
Rikers
killed somebody
Island in the
here?
mental health unit before he was allowed to post
in
bond and
Tucson.
return to Tucson with his family.
He said he saw
Moynihan reached a plea
demons the
deal.
night
4
before.
counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon reduced to 1.
Mm.
A judge sentenced him to 5 years probation. His conditions of release included taking his prescribed medications. Moynihan told the court his focus and that of his friends and family is to make certain he never again stands before a judge to be sentenced. But something went seriously wrong halfway through the probation period. The night before the stabbing, he uttered something bizarre and chilling to his mother. Moynihan told her he was seeing demons and wanted to kill someone. The next morning, she stated he was acting weird and left walking to the Home Depot. TPD reports she never called police. Why didn't she? I'm told it's common.
Yes, that happens a lot.
Sergeant Erin Gibson runs the Pima County Sheriff's Mental Health Unit. She explains there's often a fear of what might happen.
We'll go out there and, I don't want to be arrested. Well, they didn't commit a crime.
She says others worry about retaliation for reporting alarming behavior, that they might become a victim of violence. In Moynihan's case, it's all speculation at this point. I reached out to his defense attorney with that question, why a call wasn't made to police, but we haven't heard back. Records also reveal a judge gave him an early release from probation, and then 3 days later, he's arrested for attempted murder. Why was he given an early release? We have answers tomorrow night at 6. Valerie Cavazos, 13 News Investigates.
I'm muted. Nobody told me I was muted. I'm just in here talking. Blah blah blah. Labor Moon. I couldn't live in the northern states. Like I grew up in South Louisiana where it's hot. So I'm kind of the only difference is it's dry here and it's moist there. That's the only difference other than the hot. I mean, I like it in the fall and the winter when it's not. But it snowed here like 2 or 3 times last year. And everyone's supposed to have above normal winter, so that's not good. But what I was saying was when I tell y'all these I said it again. These stories get crazier and crazier. Do y'all know what this woman did? I don't want y'all to read the title. I kind of covered the title. This woman choked her mother to death like a python to her mother. How? How the hell you do that? Your mom. Please, my door, please. Thank you. So it says a woman who confessed to squeezing her mother like a python until she died learns her fate. Ugh, how you do that to your mama, dude? Serious. A Minnesota woman who squeezed her mother so hard that she eventually killed her. How do you squeeze somebody that hard? Like even like when you try to get somebody like what do you call it? Like do you call it a death hug or whatever where you squeeze them so tight, like tighter than a bear hug? Like how do you squeeze somebody so I wonder what part of her body it was. Let's finish reading. She will spend at least a decade behind bars. 10 years? Let's see. Cassandra Dussault, 35, was convicted in August of second-degree murder in the death of her mother, Dorothy Dussault. On Monday, she was sentenced to serve more than 10 years in prison. Law & Crime previously reported Dussault allegedly admitted to police that in January 2022, she squeezed her mother, who was 69 years old, like a python until she was unconscious. She reportedly claimed at the time that her mother attacked her, but quickly admitted that didn't actually happen. I can't deal with this, dude. Like, this woman legit, your mother, the person that raised you your whole life, probably the only person that will ever love you unconditionally for your whole life and theirs. How can you squeeze them so hard? and watch the life just go out of them. I could never do that to my mom, and I know y'all can't either. Just thinking about it, just thinking about watching my mom's face struggle while you're doing this. How can you watch that? You are nothing. You are soulless. Dude, I don't even have words for you. She squeezed her so hard that it made her ribs hurt. She put her in a chokehold and squeezed her like a python until she had no life left in her. So hard it made her ribs hurt. Choking her so hard in her neck that her ribs were hurting. She was convicted after a stipulated trial of one count of intentionally murdering her. Unintentionally, I think it was intentional. And unintentionally murdering her mother. A first-degree murder charge was dismissed. Oh. On January 19, 2022, she used her arms to choke her mother, Dorothy, to the point of unconsciousness, Scott County Judge Mark Vandalis wrote in a September 15th court filing. As a result of defendant's actions, Dorothy died days later. On Monday, Vandalis sentenced DeSoul to 128 months in prison. How many years is that? Hey, Joseph Stank. Hold on a minute. 128. 10 like less than 11 years, 10 something. That's what she got for strangling her mother like a freaking ooh. She got 10 and a half years, and she's not going to serve all the whole 10 years. What I don't even know what state she's in. I forgot to know how much time they would have to do. 10 years. Okay. Prior to sentencing, her lawyers argued that her history of mental health conditions, including psychosis, paranoia, and delusions, meant that she was unaware of the wrongness of her actions. Every time they want to blame, I'm so sick of this. Every single time they want to blame it on mental health illness. Let me tell you something. If y'all knew when the crime happened that they had mental health illness, they should have got treated before the crime happened. Y'all know something's wrong with these people, and y'all won't get them therapy, and you won't get them treated, and you won't help them. And then you wonder why they go kill people. And the first thing y'all want to say is what? Oh, she was bipolar. Oh, she had ADHD, psychosis, paranoia, delusions. What the fuck ever? Okay? I am so tired of this. Even the boy in the box trial. They're trying to say they put him in the box for years to live because he was such a bad kid and he had all these mental disorders. So what do? You lock him in a box in a garage? Or you bring him to the doctor and you get him help? Which one? Evidently, they put him in a box. Nobody wants to get their kids help anymore. Even adults. What is happening? I just can't understand. This is sickening. Okay, we'll give her 10 and a half, 10.6 exactly years. Okay, no, now. It is clear the defendant is mentally ill, the judge wrote in September 15th order. Defendant has suffered from mental illness for many years that may have been much more severe than she or anyone else realized due to her symptoms being primarily internal. I wonder if she has what I have. I'm not killing anybody. I promise you that. Oh. Hold up a second. 622, 128 months, 622 days. Let's see how much she got left. 622 days divided by 30 is 20 months. And she had 128 months. So she's got 108 months left. 9 years left. If she does the whole 10 and a half, 10.6, she'll have 9 years left with time for credit served because she did 128 days. I mean, she did 600 days. Where is it? There's somewhere I just saw it in here. Penelope. Her severe mental illness, however, doesn't necessarily support the conclusion that she didn't know the moral wrongfulness of her actions, which is what I say for every single person that they want to say has mental health issues. And I'm saying that because I do. And I have one of the worst ones. And you don't see me trying to come out. I don't even try to find people on the internet, much less go try to find somebody to hurt. I got anxiety just going to Ross today to exchange clothes. I didn't even tell you about that. My God, I went to Ross to bring Nevaeh to get some slides. I'm tired of stealing mine. And I had to bring back some clothes that I bought that was too small, right? So the line in this store was from the front door to the back of the building. I kid you not. There were at least 50 people in front of us, right? Go to grab my phone. Guess what? My phone is at home. Hold on. Let me look at that one. Y'all probably don't want to hear this. Phone is at home. No phone. I get to the register finally after like an hour. I don't have my license or my bank card. I said no. And then I didn't remember what time my live was set for. And I'm like, yeah, it was crazy. Ross was crazy. But anyway, let's go back to the story. If you're just coming in, hit the like button for me, please. I'm just going through some articles real quick. It's 7 hours of a trial this morning. I'm tired, but I wanted to tell you about these weird stories like the one we just read. Hello, you don't squeeze your mother like a python until she loses consciousness and you watch the soul leave her body. You don't do that. I don't care what kind of mental illness you have. Is she so sick, Judge? Order her to get help. Don't put her in prison where she might kill someone else. She still has that untreated disorder, right? So you're going to put her with a whole bunch of women locked up in a pod so she can hurt other people? It's not hard to make a shank. You better get her help. The fact that she was able to lie coherently and consistently about what occurred shortly after she attacked her mother, and that's what I say about shit business too. For example, indicated that she knew that what she had done was wrong. Defendant also took action to hide evidence that she was the attacker. While on the phone with 911, defendant put on a sweatshirt to cover up the scratches on her arms given to defendant by her mother during the attack. She kept this sweatshirt on for hours while in the presence of law enforcement. She eventually took off the sweatshirt, but not until she had told officers the truth about attacking her mom. According to the judge's order, she will get 622 days of credit for time served, which we already said, figured it out. She has 9 years left. What's happening, you guys? And that's just crazier. How are you, Drizzle Stank? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. It's good to see you. Okay, so boy 11 gets gun from an unlocked box in the mother's car and shoots 2 teens at a football practice. How does that work, ma'am? Let's see. What's the name of that road? I thought it said Daddy. It's Addie. An 11-year-old boy retrieved the gun from an unlocked box in his mother's vehicle and shot 2 13-year-olds following an altercation that began during a Pop Warner football practice in Central Florida. Why everything happens in... Yeah, Libra Moon, don't go to Florida. The child fired 1 shot on Monday night, hitting 1 teen in the arm and the other in the torso. With 1 shot? Apopka Police Chief Mike McKinley said during a Tuesday morning news conference, he said surveillance video showed that both teens were running away from the boy. Ooh, you don't shoot somebody in the back. When the shot was fired, he hit two people with one shot. The two teens are in stable condition, McKinley said. The shooting was reported about 8:18 p.m. and officers arrived at the scene about 4 minutes later. Responding officers took the gun from the child and he was detained. Mr. McKinley said the boy was later charged with one count of attempted second-degree murder and booked into the Juvenile Assessment Center. The chief said the boy's mother may face a second-degree misdemeanor charge of leaving a gun unsecured. A misdemeanor. Okay. What if he really killed them? Then what? A misdemeanor. As a society, we need to reflect on this. We see this all the time now, Mr. McKinley said. It's a shame. No one wants to arrest an 11-year-old boy by any means. Mr. McKinley added that any additional charges will be up to the court system. Our hope is that the 11-year-old gets the assistance he needs to make sure this isn't a resolution for the rest of his life. He's 11. He's got a long life ahead of him. There's no doubt that he can turn things around. Hopefully, our court system with diversion programs and counseling and other things can help him pass this and move to a point where reaching for a firearm is not his resolution for the future. Mr. McKinley did not say what the altercation was about. An investigation is underway. He said there were lots of parents and children at the practice, and additional adults and children were at a nearby soccer practice. No one else was injured. Apopka is about 32 kilometers northwest of Orlando, Florida. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this.
Crisis that's turning one Arizona county into a deadly speedway for smuggling drugs and increasingly for smuggling people as well. This county in a rural area along the border is where migrant smuggling is rampant. It is very, very common. And investigators say the growing business is run by drug cartels. And most of the smugglers, they're American citizens, often recruited on social media, some of them very, very young. Chris Van Cleve rode along with deputies who are risking their.
This right here is the reason I'm playing this, because they are recruiting teens to do this. And it's frightening because I have a teen, 16, well, Nevaeh 16, and this is right here.
Their lives at this point every night trying to chase down these criminals. And he joins us now. Chris, good morning.
Good morning. These American citizens turned human smugglers are told to get out of Cochise County as quickly as they can. And investigators say they are often bringing people 3 hours north here to Phoenix. It creates dangerous situations on the roads. Nearly 20 people have died in crashes related to smuggling in that county alone. Risks we saw for ourselves. Our night down.
I don't know why they're just bringing up Phoenix, but it's 3 hours from the border. It's 1 hour from the border here, 2 hours to Phoenix from here. So don't forget about us, because this is where they come first.
Down there ended with smuggling suspects in handcuffs and a deputy in the hospital. A high-speed pursuit near the border in southeast Arizona. It's just another night for sheriff's deputies trying to contain a problem, turning rural Cochise County into a raceway for cartel-led human smuggling.
It is 100% Uber for the cartels.
The day started with us on patrol with Deputy Chris Olety, a 20-year Marine veteran who joined the sheriff's department about 3 years ago.
Sir, how are you?
He's part of a 5-man team focused solely on intercepting human smugglers.
How often are you seeing high-speed pursuits? I mean, to give you an idea, I think it was this Tuesday, there were 5, I think, in about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours.
5 pursuits in just a few hours in a single county, covering about 6,200 square miles, roughly the size of Connecticut and Rhode Island combined, with 83 miles of Mexican border and just 99 sworn deputies.
Approximately 70 miles.
Chases like this captured on officer body camera video in May. The driver crashed and made a run for it as his car caught on fire.
I can't see the release. Hang on.
With a migrant in the trunk.
Get out, come on.
Deputies managed to
Whoa!
get him out unhurt.
Smuggling and trafficking drugs,
Y'all, they
humans,
do
it's every day.
anything.
It's every day.
County Sheriff Mark Daniels.
And every time
And
I
they
hear
don't. They
a
get
deputy
10
or an
years for
officer, an
this.
agent said,
10.
we're in pursuit, we have a fare to yield, I cringe because right there, my citizens are placed in danger.
And that's a reality. In October 2021, a 16-year-old suspected smuggler crashed into a 65-year-old headed
See what I mean? 16, just like Nevaeh.
to her own birthday dinner. She died. Last year, Arizona passed a strict new felony human smuggling statute trying to address the problem. The sheriff says the vast majority of the more than 400 arrested since are American citizens who came from out of town, many recruited by drug cartels using social media. Messages like these intercepted by investigators promising would-be drivers thousands to race migrants away from the border.
We have over 100 juveniles in the last 18 months that we've apprehended in this county, smuggling, all the way to the age of 13 and 12 years of age. Down here, driving grandma's car, a friend's car, or mom and dad.
You guys share this out. Share this video out. I don't care if you put a timestamp where this video right here starts. It does not matter. Share this out. People need to hear this. They're not talking about this. Why? Why is no one talking about this?
Dad's car down here, and it's social media.
I have eyes on spike location.
We witnessed this firsthand in June when 18-year-old Gerardo Alarcon Martin from North Carolina led deputies on a lengthy chase. He since pleaded guilty to assisting a human smuggling operation, telling investigators he was directed to pick up 3 migrants in the desert after responding to a message on TikTok.
Was it an advertisement?
It was like an advertisement, yeah.
What was that advertisement like?
It was just showing money.
What is that doing to the quality of life in this county?
There's no respect for human life going on. Cartels don't care about America.
None.
They don't care about you and I or
None.
anybody else that they're exploiting. They care about that dollar bill and power.
It's a deal with the devil.
It's a deal with the devil.
Because they come to the United States. I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you how I know. They come to the United States and they work and they make money and they send it right back to Mexico. Because when my parents owned a ExxonMobil station in Flagstaff, and I think they bought it like 2001, we had a guy, and I tell you, they worked their ass off. I'll tell you that much. We had a Mexican guy that worked for us, and that's what he did. He kept enough money out of his paycheck that he needed to live, and he sent the rest of it back to his family in Mexico.
Back with Deputy Olety, as night fell, the team pulled over this car for speeding as it entered the town of Tombstone. The 23-year-old driver was from 3 hours north in Phoenix. In the back, an undocumented migrant.
And I'm sorry that I did this, and I'm sorry I'm sitting here wasting you guys' time.
We're heading southbound.
Just minutes later, we were racing to intercept a suspected smuggler after the speeding vehicle refused to stop.
Border Patrol ended up in a pursuit. That vehicle fled from Border Patrol.
The goal is to stop the SUV before it gets into town. As the police pursuit approaches, Olety lays down a spike strip.
That's what that was. I saw it roll. That's what that was.
And the life and death consequences this
I saw it
community
rolling
faces
when they hit
became
it.
instantly real.
Hang on. You went down over the edge. You went over the edge. Cool. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. Just stay where you are.
We flagged down this passing Border Patrol agent who called for help.
This is dangerous work. After spike
That was
stripping
Border
that
Patrol that
fleeing
fell off that
SUV,
bridge.
our deputy slipped
Yeah.
and fell off the embankment here, about 10 feet down onto concrete. He's going to have to be airlifted to a hospital in Tucson.
The driver, 47-year-old Bernadette Pagua of the Phoenix area, was arrested a couple of miles up the road. The spike strip took out 3 of her tires. At least 6 suspected migrants ran from the scene.
That's sad.
Why didn't you stop for the police?
She's charged with human smuggling and DUI and will likely face additional charges stemming from Olety's injuries.
Yeah.
One of your deputies was almost killed.
Yeah, you don't injure law
You make you
enforcement
angry?
officer. That's
It pisses
Border
me off.
Patrol. That's federal.
Because we've been talking about this
Oh,
for
yeah.
almost 3 years. I've testified in front of Congress. I've met with anybody that'll listen to us. And every day that goes by, I see another tragedy.
You've got these folks that are hell-bent on getting away. Would it
This is why we need to share this right here, what he just said. I'm going to replay it. This is why we need to share this right here, because of all the stuff that he has tried to do and cannot, no one wants to help. And I'm talking about state representatives, senators, and stuff like that.
Listen to us. And every day that goes by,
you make you angry?
It pisses.
Charged with
There
human
we go.
smuggling and DUI, and will
Listen to
likely
this
face
really,
additional
really
charges
good.
stemming from Oletsky's injuries.
This is
One
what I
of your
want to
deputies
share
was
right
almost killed
here.
last night.
Yeah.
You make you angry?
It pisses me off because we've been talking about this for almost 3 years. I've testified in front of Congress. I've met with anybody that'll listen to us. And every day that goes by, I see another tragedy.
You've got these folks that are hell-bent on getting away.
Sad,
Would
ain't
it
it?
be safer to
Nobody.
not pursue?
Congress.
We
Nobody
have
will
revised our pursuit policy.
Look,
We've revised our operational.
This is coming into our
interdiction.
country,
You
and
name it,
no
we've done
one
it.
will
But when you have a
help.
car going 100 miles an hour
Look at that car.
and you turn your head and go their way and they kill a family, how do you live with yourself?
That puts our citizens at risk. Look at that guy that just fell 10 foot off
Deputy
of that
Olety
embankment.
is in stable condition. He suffered a broken femur, broken pelvis, broken wrist, and broken elbow.
See
There's
that?
some concern about a potential head injury from the fall.
Wow.
But the sheriff says before he went into surgery, he told his wife he plans to go back to work, back to patrolling those rural roads turned into smuggling speedways. Guys.
Wow, Chris. Eye-opening.
Yeah, very eye-opening.
I'm
And,
sorry,
Congress is now
y'all,
not
but
working,
this
so there's
is
no solution
like-
to the border crisis. No new laws, no new funding, no new security regulations. Chris, are the
I
things that
guess
you
it's
saw out there
so
that you
personal
couldn't
to
fit
me
into the
because
story
it's
itself,
only
that you
an
didn't have
hour from
footage of
me,
that
and I have
stand
a
out to you?
teenager here.
Yeah, certainly the sheriff's frustration. You got a sense of that in his answer there, where he really blames Washington for not taking action on immigration reform, but also just the fact that these deputies are out there often by themselves. They don't have car partners. Backup could be miles away. You know, we were fortunate that we were able to flag down that Border Patrol agent who was racing to join the pursuit, and that was able to get help on the way. And that border agent rushed through a barbed wire fence to get down to that injured deputy to offer assistance. But these guys are out there risking their lives, often on their own, in a very big county without a lot of backup.
And going back again, he says. And also, it seems like there might be something social media can do. These young kids look at this and see a stack of money and think, I'm going to do that without really looking at the whole big picture. That was very scary stuff you showed us.
Very scary. Chris, very scary. Thank you.
And
we're talking
that's
about a
why
crisis
I
along our
want you
southern
guys
border, a crisis that's turning
to
one
share this.
Arizona county.
Is crazy. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I don't know. Yeah, I think I will. And you know what else, Kaz? You know how JLR went to the border of Texas and Mexico? I want to go to the border of Arizona and Mexico. However, I don't want to go by myself. So I have to wait for, somebody to come with me. I'm not going to the border by myself. But it is, Kaz. It's scary. It's scary. Like Nevaeh stays on TikTok. Kids stay on TikTok. You know what I mean? And kids like money. Mike Malloy supports no border, but he says he wants more burrito food. Well, guess what? They got burrito food over here where I live, and they got Taco Bell everywhere. So I just dropped my vape, and I can't find it. I found it. Yeah, I will, Kaz, because I just want Nevaeh to be safe because she's on TikTok, and kids love money, of course, and kids that age are impressionable. They want money, they want to impress people. And then when they get caught like that little black guy, I'm sorry, I wasted your time. I should have never done this. This is serious. Like, if you want to come here, come here, but do it right. I don't care. Do it the right way. That's it, because you're putting our citizens in danger trying to come here illegally. I don't care if you come here, just do it the right way. Anybody want to come in this country, just like if we want to go to your country, you do it the right way. Is that Malloy as a different name, y'all? Hi, Peter. I haven't seen your name before, but I guess you watched Malloy. So then we come to this, and this is pretty sad. How does a kid cope in life after accidentally killing his brother? John did. A childhood game can go very wrong in the blink of an eye. You'll never get me. Freeze. Put your hands up. If you've ever played cops and robbers, you know how the game goes. John Arthur Green was 8 and he was playing that game with his older brother Kevin. Only the two brothers played with real guns. Living on a farm, they were both old hands at handling firearms by their ages. The blast from the gun must have startled them both. John Arthur Green left, and his brother Kevin. We were always extremely safe. They were never loaded, John said. Except this time it was. And John's brother died in his arms while he watched. It happens more often than you ever want to imagine. In federal data from 2007 to 2011, which is likely underreported, an average of 62 children were accidentally killed by firearms per year. Here's a chilling example from every town for gun safety. In Asheboro, North Carolina, a 26-year-old mother was cleaning her home when she heard a gunshot. Rushing into the living room, she discovered that her 3-year-old son had accidentally shot her boyfriend's 3-year-old daughter with a .22 caliber rifle. The parents had left in the room, loaded and unlocked. And this is something I don't understand either, y'all. How can kids that young... Guns are not light. Like, I just don't get it. Where was her boyfriend? Probably at work, maybe, I don't know. And the numbers may actually be getting worse. With an increase in unfettered access to guns and philosophical opposition to gun regulations, the numbers seem to be on the rise. Here's how many accidental shootings happened at the hands of children in 2015 alone by age. Three years old. Look at that. Bam. Then 17 is next. 10 is the least. 9, 10. Look at that, you guys. Wow. Unintentional firearm injuries and deaths in 2015 is what we just looked at. From January 19th to 26th of 2016, just 1 week, at least 7 kids were accidentally shot by another kid. 4, 3, 3, 5, 2, 7, 3. Accidental shootings of kids in 1 week. If the pace holds up for the rest of the year, America would be looking at over 300 accidental shootings of children, in many cases by children, for the year. That's far too, and this is like a long time ago. Could you imagine what it is now? This is just when this happened. Yeah, that's what I said. I didn't even think a 3-year-old can pick up a gun, much less aim it at something to shoot it, or even pull the trigger. For that year, that's far too many cases of children either carrying the guilt of pain of having shot a loved one or hurting or killing themselves by accident. John Arthur Green has been able to manage his feelings of guilt and sorrow through music and by sharing his story for others to hear. That's why this picture up here says American Idol. I was wondering about that. You see this? An image from American Idol. I bet you watch. He told his story during an audition for the final season of American Idol. He says music has helped him keep his brother's memory alive. Right now, I lift him up every day and he holds me. Music is how I coped with everything. It's a powerful reminder, no matter how we feel about gun safety laws, guns should always be locked away, unloaded, and kept separately from ammunition. Our babies are too precious to leave it to chance. Watch his in here. I am going to post this in the chat for you. I am not playing I can't play the video. So this is the link if you want to hear it. That's to the article that I just read, and that's long. Is it gonna work, guys? Oh, it didn't work. Hold on. How to do this? Did it work? Click on that link to see if it comes up. Hold on. I want to make sure it works first. Yeah, okay, it did. I don't know what that first stuff was, guys. If you can delete it, you can go. And then we have another missing person. a woman. Hello, everyone. If you're just coming in, hit that like button for me. Is it Florida again? This looks like a Florida name. Oscalosis. Oh, that's her last name. Olaskoa. Okay, we'll say Jennifer. Missing teacher assistant Jennifer. Jennifer's loved ones report creepy message. Never gonna see her again. A 24-year-old teacher assistant vanished last week after dropping a friend off, and police fear that foul play may be involved in her disappearance after loved ones reported receiving suspicious text messages taunting them that they're never going to see her again. Why haven't we heard of this? Why haven't we heard about this missing teacher's assistant, 24 years old? Knowing her family got creepy messages, why aren't we hearing about this? Jennifer was last seen on surveillance cameras dropping off a friend in the Creekside Mobile Home Park in Seagoville around 8 p.m. the night of September 27th. The Dallas Independent School District's teacher's assistant's unexplained disappearance is abnormal, her family says. When we found out that she never made it home that Wednesday night, it was a hint. Like, hey, something's going on, her cousin said. She always makes it home. She's very punctual at work. She didn't show up the next day. We said this is not okay. Something is going on. And this is her right here. This is her car. Her family found her white 2015 Buick LaCrosse on Thursday at an intersection about 10 minutes from the mobile home park. The car was not found along the route home from where she dropped off her friend. Her family promptly filed a missing persons report with Dallas police before queuing in local police in Seagoville on Sunday. Her brother-in-law, Marco, said nothing seemed abnormal about the car, except her wallet was found inside. Then things took a creepy turn when her family and friends began receiving foreboding text messages. We got some random text messages. A friend of hers got them. Hey, are you missing someone? You're never going to find her, and you're never going to see her again. Wow. Wow. I thought that was an LSU show at first. Police are investigating the text messages her family has received since her disappearance. These text messages contain content that would lead one to believe that Jennifer's disappearance may involve foul play. The messages were sent before, during, and after she was reported missing. And this is them handing out flyers. The Seagoville Police Department Criminal Investigations Division is currently working on the case as a missing persons case and has requested the assistance of the Texas Rangers. Anyone with information about the disappearance is asked to contact the Seagoville Police Department. Anything about that, do we? No, not at all. Not one bit. Look at this chick, y'all. This chick just takes the cake. Mother pleads guilty to giving child meth. Sentenced to jail. A shocking case unfolds as a mother accused of supplying meth to a minor, her own child, faces the consequences. 10 months. 10 months for giving her child meth. Can I say it again? 10 months? This lady was sentenced to 10 months for giving her child meth. 10 months, not even a whole year.
Details tonight in Tyler, a mother who's accused of giving her daughter meth received her jail sentence. Lahuna Glass right there accused alongside of Johnny Michael Moore, the stepdad, after the girl informed police in May of 2022 that she ran away from home. You can't blame her because she was scared of both of them. The girl also told peace officers they'd been living inside of a mechanic shop and that both Glass and Moore provided meth to the victims before. Records state the child tested positive in a drug test. And by the way, Glass was sentenced to 10 months in jail in Smith County, and Moore, on the status, October the 6th.
All right, so all right, move on. Some written reports relevant to this video are accessible now. Find them in the reference section below. Here are the takeaways from them. A mother in Tyler, Texas, named Lawana Glass, pled guilty to providing meth to her daughter. I want to know how old this daughter was. Not that it matters, but it does matter. Glass was sentenced to 10 months in county jail for the charge of abandoning, endangering a child, criminal negligence. The accusation came after the daughter informed the police that she had run away and was scared of her mother and stepfather. The girl stated that Glass and her stepfather, Johnny Michael Moore, had provided her with meth before. The victim tested positive for meth at the hospital and accused Glass and Moore of physically abusing her. Well, it stays in your system for 3 to 5 days. So it was given to her very recent from when she went to that hospital. That's 10 months. I don't know. It didn't say how old she was. It is a minor. That's all that matters. It was a minor. Heartbreaking photos show New Jersey family found dead in possible murder-suicide. Heartbreaking photos have emerged of the New Jersey family of 4 who were found dead in a possible murder-suicide, as a stunned neighbor recalled the moment she realized the sweet couple's daughter failed to show up for the school bus. The bodies of I can never say these people's name. The bodies of Tej, 43, and his wife Sanao, 42, were found alongside their 10-year-old son and 6-year-old daughter in their Plainsboro home Wednesday afternoon. Police are investigating the incident as a homicide and have hinted that the family's death may have been a murder-suicide. About 18 months before their deaths, Singh shared a Facebook photo of the family grinning and covered in bright colors in celebration of the Hindu festival of Holi. A few months later, the father of 2 was pictured alongside other Plainsboro parents at a PTA meeting for one of his children's elementary schools. They were such a sweet family, a woman who lived near their Titus Lane home told NewJersey.com. The neighbor's daughter met Singh and Pariah's daughter at the school bus stop every morning until Wednesday, when the child failed to appear. It was weird for me to not see her in the morning. The neighbor texted Parihar later in the morning, but never heard back. The family's bodies were found just a few hours later, shortly after a relative called for a welfare check around 4:40 p.m. The Plainsboro Police Department said. I don't know what's going on these days, guys. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with people. They need Jesus. They need Jesus in their life. I don't know what else to say. But I know that I'm going to be on here for the next hour and a half. We're eating quesadillas for supper. I'm going to have a shredded beef quesadilla. If you didn't hear about my eventful afternoon, rewind to the middle of it. Please share this video. If anything, only for the human smuggling video that I played. If you just need to share the video, put a timestamp for that video, I don't care. Please share this video. People need to know. That's crazy. Las Vegas is too hot up in there, huh? How hot is it over there in Vegas? It's melting y'all internet. I don't know what icy is. You are my icy ice. I don't know. Okay. Jeannie, your internet better stay on. Do what you want to, disgusting adult self. Leave the children out of it. Exactly. I just can't get over the mother that choked her mom like a freaking python and just sat Her mother's face was right in her face, right? She was choking her neck, squeezing it so hard. And she just watched that. And it makes me so sick. I want to throw up right now. That's how sick it makes me just thinking about it. This woman giving her child meth. Are you serious? 10 months. She doesn't even get a year. Giving a child meth and she don't even get a freaking year? Nothing. That's why the shit keeps happening, getting worse and worse and worse. And it just pisses me off. I'm so sorry. Try so hard not to be cursing on my lives anymore. But sometimes you just can't help it, guys. I just can't. And this marks my 8th hour on live today. So on that note, I will bid you out a fair adieu and see you tomorrow. Oh, guess what? I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow. We're going to look at places to move. And I'm going to eat lunch with my family finally. And yeah, I don't know if I'll be live or not. So I'll let you know. Of course, you'll get a notification. It won't be trial. Not till Tuesday, thank God. As always, Cousin Jeannie, you're wonderful. Always here with me. And Peter, thank you for coming in. Libra Moon, I know you're still in here. Drizzle Stink, it's so nice to see y'all. I know y'all all hit that like button for me, right? Yeah, y'all did. I know y'all did, right? All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye.